Burn Live, y'all. Where we up in here, we're starting conversations, we're starting conversations, we're burning through conversations, trying to figure out common sense, a common goal. This is my goal in life. This is what I come on here to do. I appreciate people coming through and chilling and hanging out with me. I'm your boy Capiche. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time you are watching this. I know it's been a while since I've been on. I really didn't want to get into all the triggering things that were pointed in my direction that would get me so frustrated that I would lose my character of thought. Um, there's a lot of things that has been going off in the news, especially since after the Charlie Kirk incident, that I really hesitant to really I wanted to cover, but I rather not cover things where I'm super emotional and stuff like that. That's one thing I just don't want to do. Welcome. You're on mute.
Hello.
Hello.
I can't hear you. Why?
I can hear you.
I hear you very low. Oh, wait.
Very,
I got you. Hi.
very. Hi.
Good
Welcome.
afternoon.
Yes. Good afternoon. Hey y'all, everybody, welcome. This is Miss Erica Brooklyn from the Brooklyn Vibes Community Show on YouTube at 6 o'clock in the morning from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. Eastern, Monday through Fridays. Go check her out. Very beautiful community.
Wow, you just pulled me into the show, huh?
Yeah, that's how I normally do it.
Sneaky, sneaky, sneaky.
Won't let me see. That's crazy how it just let you on. And I got another good friend that's in my other group chat. He's like, it won't let him on. Like, I
Usually
don't.
I'm just in the comments. I just clicked the thing and I was on the show. Oh, it's like the price is right. You called my name. I came running down. Oh shit.
Oh snaps! So let me see before I get started. Well, I was starting my intro off by saying like there's a lot of things in politics news that I wanted to discuss, but yet again, some things were very emotionally attached. So I took the time to take the step back and not get so involved so I won't be so emotionally
Yeah, and it has my government up, and it's like, wow, you got my government up, and you expect me to talk. And that's I can't. Without with my government pasted up like that.
well, you should have been able to have an opportunity to change your name.
Oh no, it didn't say that.
In
But
the
you
beginning,
know,
maybe your first or second stage, it would have had you able to change your name. Most people, because I know April, who's Nevada, I mean Nevea,
mama.
and yeah, she always changing her name when she comes up here forever.
Ah, okay, well maybe I need to like turn into my superhero.
Yeah, if you want to drop down and try one more time and see, you can.
Okay, let me try.
Okay, I'm gonna drop you down and yep. Well, well, like I said, y'all appreciate everybody coming through, and like I said, there were some things in news and culture that I wanted to discuss, but yet again, emotions made me think about it rationally. Like, you know what, I rather hold back and stay back instead of getting involved. But then this one article has crossed my news feed, and it really triggered me to come back full throttle. Where in the beginning of Trump's picking up his cabinet, there was a guy who had a tattoo on his chest.
To
What's up?
I had to delete the StreamYard app and do it on the regular uh
Yeah.
browser.
I if you were using the app, you're one of the rare people who can use the app and come on here, bro.
Yeah, amen, amen. I was using the app.
That's
Word.
crazy. Most people, I tell them go use the Chrome, go inside Chrome and go straight into it. It's an easier access. It don't give you less problems.
Amen. Well, we lit now.
So yeah, you're back. You're back. I appreciate it. I
Yeah,
appreciate it.
man.
Well, like I was saying, in the beginning of Trump picking his cabinet, there was a guy in the military who had a tattoo. It was from Boy Scouts, and a lot of people thought it was a Nazi tattoo, and they wanted him to step down for being uh, the head of the military and stuff like that. So he was getting a lot of backlashes and stuff like that. He came forward and admitted about the tattoo. They also asked him about him being in the military and what he thought about the military and stuff like that. So, he explained himself and everything, which was cool. Now there's a guy on the Democratic side who has a Nazi tattoo on his chest, and he got it covered up. He explained to people that he didn't know what it meant. He was young when he had first joined the military and stuff like that. And I was like, okay, cool. You was young. You joined the military. You didn't know. Now you know how the internet is. The internet went back and started searching for his old posts and stuff, and they found a bunch of posts, which what I'm saying, he admitted that he did these posts that says that he did know it was a Nazi tattoo. He is somewhat of a socialist, and that hey, I'm winning in the polls. I'm going for governor of Maine. I think it's mayor of Maine. Nobody can really stop me, and so he's getting a backlash from the political party. And it's got so much backlash that it has now hit mainstream media to where CNN is discussing about it. And I want to go over this and talk about it and break it down because it was just amazing that there is this thing called a double standard or double statute in politics or in life. And I want to go to the politics side before I go to the culture side because in the culture life, it's the same way. I have ran across two videos where it's amazing to me that just because you may be light skinned but black, you have to have a different perspective than being dark skinned and black. Or being a Democrat Christian, you have to have a different perspective than a conservative black Christian. It's amazing these things that we seem to look at and be in. And I know what you want to say, John. It doesn't have anything to do with getting into heaven. It really doesn't matter. But yet again, when it comes to the Christianity life of America, which a lot of podcasters have been bringing that up for as the discussion. What is more important to have in your religions in your culture? You know what I'm saying? Would you rather have Christian, Muslim, Jewish, or Catholic religion in your culture? I remember we had this discussion off screen, and you had said that it was you rather have Christian values here in America. And I was like, cool. But yet again, for your sake and where you're coming from, you're in New York and you're literally finna have a socialist that has a Muslim mindset run your country and dictate how you're gonna run your lives in New York City. And it just amazes to me that Christianity or Christians, I'm not gonna say Christianity, but Christians don't want to stand up to it or even voice their opinions of something that's truly in the Bible saying that y'all shouldn't be worshiping. But yet again, y'all allow them to rule over you is amazing.
Yeah. I think that's a matter of just allowing for things to play out, you know? I think it's a matter of like, for me particularly, um, just knowing where my hope lies, knowing where my peace lies, and it's not in this world, it's out of it, you know? So worrying
So you're
about
really
stuff,
so
huh?
there's nothing in this world that could disturb your peace.
Nah,
A
I'm
neighbor
not.
banging on your somebody banging on your door at 3 o'clock in the morning, obnoxiously, don't even want your attention for no reason, won't disturb your peace.
Nah. No.
You know, some things is hard to believe when it comes to you with
Okay.
this peace disturbing, because I know for
I
any
understand.
natural person, somebody's knocking on my door, bothering me, don't want nothing. I think that's a little part of that peace disturbing. Like, why is you knocking on my door when you don't want nothing?
Yeah. But obviously they want something.
See, look at you. You want to look at the broader aspect of the life where, yet again, you know, some people knock on your door and really don't want nothing. But to continue what I'm going on getting into, I do want to start this. Uh, I do want to start this to give us a chance to go over it and look at it, y'all, and see what I'm talking about when it's this so-called double standard. So I'm gonna play this video real quick and break it down real fast. Let's get into it.
To the internet and a high-stakes primary election for Maine's Senate seat. And tonight, old social media posts may be coming back to haunt Graham Plattner. He is the Democratic hopeful looking to fill Susan Collins' seat. And this week, Plattner said that he covered a chest tattoo that some people said looked like a Nazi symbol. And here's what it looks like right now. You can see it there. He claims that he didn't know what it meant when he got it.
Are you a secret Nazi?
I am not a secret Nazi. We did what Marines on Liberty do, and we decided to go get a tattoo. And we went to a tattoo parlor in Split, Croatia, and we chose a terrifying looking skull and crossbones off the wall because we were Marines, and you know, skulls and crossbones are a pretty standard military thing.
Standard military thing. So yet again, saying the standard to be the military and go get
CNN's
tattoos.
K-File dug up Planter's now deleted Reddit post from 6 years ago that undercut that claim. In one thread, Plattner weighed in on a conversation about the Totenkopf, which is the Nazi version of the skull and crossbones. And someone else in the thread brought up the fact that some of the Navy SEALs use the so-called Punisher skull as their emblem. And Plattner writes in part, when I was in Ramadi as a Marine grunt, the SEAL platoon we worked closely with for the deployment all had the Punisher skull spray painted on their armor carriers. CNN also spoke to an acquaintance of Plattner's from more than a decade ago who said that he spoke about his tattoo resembling a Nazi symbol. And a second person told CNN that the acquaintance told them that Plattner had described it as a Nazi-style design. Plattner's campaign declined.
It's amazing to me, y'all, and I guess I have to say this. It's really amazing to me that CNN, for one, is even covering this story, because normally they don't cover stuff that doesn't fit their agenda. And really, to say this doesn't normally fit their agenda. So yet again, I'm shocked. And I'm going to say this, I am very shocked and amazed that they are covering this story. Yet again, to see this story, to see that this guy is really about this life and admitting to employees, and employees are admitting to CNN like, hey, yeah, he did say this. Yeah, let this be a conservative, somebody under the Trump administration, and it'd have been hell to pay the captain. It would have been hell to pay the captain. And that's where I'm really trying to get at this so-called double standards of what we look at and what we perceive in culture.
quick to comment on this story, but it goes from bad to worse. What now, Sochi? And why are so many Democrats unwilling to say this is not going to work? This is not acceptable.
Well, I think this new reporting might change things, and I think that he actually needs to think about getting out of the race.
Hello?
You just mentioned this is a high stakes race.
Am I
Democrats
in?
don't want to be talking.
You're in.
Okay.
I like the profile picture.
Yeah. I got people stalking me online, so
Oh Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord.
yeah, yesterday we was in the talk of the tick acting blah 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 was trolling the outside of our live yesterday. So I was like, really?
Hold on. Now we got stalkers over here.
Yeah, and then when I went into work and I seen the same person, hey, how you doing?
Say
No.
that again. I'm sorry.
I said then when I came into the JOB, they're like, hey, how you doing? Like I didn't see you. Well, you don't know that I seen you.
Right,
But I
because you didn't
seen you.
acknowledge. Yeah, when you don't acknowledge them, so they feel invisible. And then
Like I want to say I seen you, but I didn't do it. I just like But I got the skull represented.
yeah, I'll show you know what I was trying to say. You should have just put in your profile picture the what you
Bone
call it?
collector.
The gang.
The gang.
Yeah, the cookie, the mask, and the Brooklyn.
Oh yeah. But
That's what I would have used.
next time I'm gonna use the cookie with the coming off the subway. La 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 la.
Since you up in here, Miss Brooklyn, I do got a special. I got a special video for you.
Oh Lord.
No, this one ain't the rough one. I'm not gonna go to the rough one. This is the one I was just kind of I was just listening to right before I went live, and I was like, this is interesting because let me set it up before I go to it. So basically, it's Africans that's talking with African American women.
Oh my God.
But for one, I'm only like maybe 2 minutes into it, and it's very subtle. It's not a bunch of rah.
Okay.
And so far, you hear a lot of resemblance of what is the expectation. Because right now, I think they was talking about the wedding. That's the only thing they was talking about is the culture of marriage and how the expectation is very high in the African culture and how it is in American culture. It was high, but you know
not so much.
Not so much.
Play it.
That's where they are so far. I guess I'm gonna rewind this part of it.
Rewinding, come again.
So this is it right here. These are the ladies.
These are Africans or American?
Well, you know what? I'm gonna go back to the beginning and let them introduce themselves so everybody can get a full understanding of these ladies and where they're from. Because they give a small introduction, and then we go into the first. And this disclaimer.
I was born in Nigeria before I moved to the United States, and growing up in Nigeria, people would always make comments about my skin tone being yellow. They would always say, "Oh, yellow banana," they would make those comments, and I was a.
And see, I'm gonna do this a lot for one, so I don't get disclaimed against YouTube because we got a conversation. But yet again, I'm looking at this lady just like anybody else is. And when she said they call her yellow.
Yeah, I was about to say, Dan, what would they call me?
Right. Oh, okay. So we on the same page. Same page. Bro. Okay.
I was pretty young, so I didn't really know it as colorism or anything, but I did know that I was different because they would always point out my skin tone. So I because they're talking about my skin all the time. When I was the first girl, and I put my was like that have
African ancestry. Though they share African roots, their histories, cultures, and lived experiences have been shaped by very different environments. From heritage and beauty standards to the legacies of colonization, this dialogue will unpack misconceptions, highlight cultural differences, and celebrate points of unity. The goal isn't to erase those differences, but to build deeper understanding, respect, and connection between women across continents and cultures. I'm your host, Dr. Michelle Dav. Welcome to The Bridge.
Hi, my name is Jasmine. I'm African American.
Hi, my name is Fabiana. I'm African American.
Hi, my name is Brian, and I'm African American.
Hi, I'm LaShawn, and I'm African American.
Hi, I'm Blessing, and I'm Nigerian.
Hi, I'm Sophie, and I'm Zimbabwean.
Hi, I'm Inda. I'm Ivoirian and Central African Republican and American.
Hi, I'm Sheena, and I'm from Uganda.
Thank you, ladies, for being here. Welcome.
I'm going to start off by saying yes, I'm in agreement, I hope, Miss Brooklyn, that all of them look the same shade of color.
Yeah, I mean, there's not much of a difference. Maybe the hues in the middle of the face, but they're very close. I mean, if I was to be sitting on that panel, you'd be like, one of these things are not like the other, like that.
Okay, so I just want to, yet again, audience, I'm only making this out because of what we heard in the intro, but let's keep it going.
Hey friends, let's talk really quick about something that could seriously change your life if you were to ever get hurt. When you're seriously injured, whether it's a car accident, a slip, a fall, or something totally unexpected, your case could actually be worth millions of people. The first prompt is, African women face more social and family pressure to marry than African American women.
I agree.
Okay, before they put their 2 cents in, I did want to get your input on that prompt.
I agree that African women probably face more pressure to be married and the kids and all of that more than African American women are being pressured to get married. And maybe in the South, they probably a little pressure, but nothing close to the pressure that the African ladies probably experience in their country and their cultures.
3, 2, 1. Okay, anyone can share. Anyone who feels strongly about this can share.
It's definitely more pressure over here. Because it's like, once you're done with college, why are you single? Like, you have one job, get that degree and get married. 2 jobs. But the main one is get married. Okay. You can skip the degree if you need to.
I also feel like the way that we're raised too, I feel like they're simultaneously raising us to become wives as well, to learn how to be a homemaker, so it's that plus also focusing on your studies. As soon as that's done and out the way, the career is built. Where's your husband?
Where's your husband? Where is your husband? But yet you're not allowed to date.
Exactly.
You can't date.
Exactly. Yeah.
But you're supposed to be married by the time you're done with school.
Make it make sense.
That's the story.
Excuse me, did you say that you cannot date?
I mean, it's
not encouraged.
Let me explain. Let me explain, especially for like the Nigerian culture, right? I feel like we're also very heavy in religion. So all that sex outside of marriage, all of that, they kind of frown down. They look down on it. So they want you to like focus on your studies. Don't talk to boys, though. You hear your point, like, don't talk to boys, focus on your studies. But they expect you to still be married by the time you're done with your degree. So it's like the pressure for us is, I think, especially when you're a girl or a woman, it's so strict. Like, you gotta be married before 30. There's an unspoken pressure. I mean, life is changing now, times are changing, but I feel like it's still there. I mean, by the time you look at 25, everybody married.
I feel like in my family specifically, like the women in my family had children very young, so they actually discouraged me from any of that. They say, I would rather you live your life and go towards your career And if you like find that, that's cool. I don't really get pressured about it. I mean, I get teased like, you got a boyfriend, or you know, but it's not like, why aren't you married?
Right.
You know, it's not interesting.
I can say the same.
I see that
I'm
the
here.
culture, when the culture was more family oriented and it was together. So I'm basically talking like the 80s and back 80s, 70s, 60s, 40s. You know what I'm saying? Where you can leave your nephews and nieces at one person's house because you did have that one family member who wasn't cool or however you want to look at it, wasn't cool, that wasn't into fashion, who stayed at home and like, okay, the kids come over here. Or you had that one cousin, because I got this cousin, you know what I'm saying? She's awesome, that couldn't produce kids, but yet again, she wanted kids so bad. So she didn't mind raising the kids when all the adults want to go out and do whatever they wanted to do, you know, go bowling night or, you know, whatever and stuff like that, to modern day age where we have this agenda and people don't want to speak on it, where we told our kids to really get out, you know what I'm saying, explore the world and stuff like that. So in a good way, in a meaningful way, when you told them to go out, a lot of people didn't come back. They stayed gone because they learned a new culture, they learned a new state that fit what they fit their atmosphere. So yet again, you don't have a lot of people, a lot of big families in one state. So you don't get that, let's have babies together. Because I even remember when a couple of my cousins even said that, I hope we have our babies around the same time. And we made it look at that like that was crazy. But yet again, another culture would have looked at it like that's beautiful to have your kids raised together, you know what I'm saying, learning and stuff like that. So that's what I see when I'm hearing this part of the conversation.
Mm-hmm. Well, it seemed like the girl that was speaking, like I have a friend, I think she's from Cameroon, but she lives here in America, and I completely understand what the girl was saying about how they don't want you to date, but they want you to have a husband after you're done with your studies. But the flip side of it is like the man can go out and date and find the woman he wants, soil his royal oats, if I may quote Coming to America, soil his royal oats until he's ready to have a wife. But the girl had to keep your legs crossed, go do your studies, finish your studies, and then present yourself to be a wife. Not find date, find the kind of man that you want and that you prefer, but no, just get yourself ready, get your education, and then present yourself to be somebody's wife. Not go out there and try to find or meet different men and try to find the type of person you want to be with. Just make sure that you're wife ready.
Okay, so
make yourself wife ready. Don't worry about trying to find a husband you want. Just make sure you're wife ready. And I guess wife ready would be educated, not been out there dating all different men. I mean, even virgin, if they want to take it to that level, a virgin, but and with your education, and now you're wife ready. So you're ready for anyone who walks up to you and just picks you. Like you don't have a choice.
So my question, because I used to hear this, but when I mention it to people, they be like, this was non-existent. Maybe I was watching, maybe this was Leave It to Beaver era. You know what I'm saying? So help me out. I could be wrong. But I used to remember a time to where men had to go ask the parents, like I had to go ask your father for permission to even marry you.
Yeah, that was back in the day. You're right. Around the Leave It to Beaver type of year, back in the 60s and maybe early 70s. Yes, you had to go to the father and say, I'm interested in your daughter, blah, 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 the traditional way. Even my mother, it's funny that you mentioned that, because it's funny because when we had said something to my mother about getting married, she had said, when you said to Mr. Norfleet, you didn't come and ask me, you know, not in a serious kind of way, like, you know, but she's like, you didn't ask me. Like that, like, you know, she went back to the traditional way of things where you're supposed to go to the parent and say, I'm interested in your daughter. I'd like to marry her. Getting approval from my father's not here with us anymore, but getting permission from the father to even ask but that, listen, that was a long time. I'm sure these younger people don't even think of doing that. Like, you know, even meeting the parent before they want to, you know, all of that. But yeah, so those are traditions that are fading away, I think.
Cause is it crazy that I had those? Cause a girl literally broke up with me over that.
Cause you didn't ask her father's permission?
No, because I wanted to.
Oh, well, maybe she figured her father would have said, well, you may not want my daughter. Maybe her father kept it real and she didn't want her father keeping it real.
And I would have understood that. You know, knowing me, come to me, tell me that, you know what I'm saying? And I learned that some people change because of the person that are around that they feel protected. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
If I don't feel protected, I'm not going to change to your culture and what makes you the head of the household, who's ever the head of the household. Let me put it like that. Whoever's the head of the household.
That is absolutely true. I'm not going to feel safe. If I don't feel safe around you, I'm saying from a woman's point of view, if I don't feel safe around you, I'm absolutely not going to let you lead. If I feel like you're not the type that's going to lead us to greatness and up, you're going to lead us down into the gutter, I'm not going to be safe. Because I'm like, nah, you ain't driving us off the cliff, Thelma or Louise. No. So of course I'm not gonna feel comfortable because I feel like you're gonna drive us off the cliff.
All right, let's see where these ladies keep taking this.
Not like, why aren't you married?
Right.
You know, so interesting.
I can say the same for me, like coming from what I call a Black family in America. Like nobody's really pressing you about getting married. They're just making sure like, don't bring no knucklehead over here. So, and they really do press like going to college, going to get a career, like being successful on your own. And my aunties are always saying, have that money in your back pocket because you can't trust no man kind of idea, which is sad. I kind of think that it's more valuable, kind of what you talked about. It's like, oh, we're teaching you how to be a wife and we're valuing marriage. Although I think the pressure might be a little bit too much. I think it's nice to know that the core foundation is family, because I think that's what makes someone successful, is having a strong family unit.
Oh my gosh, that's good.
Yes, that's
Very
beautiful.
good. I also think marriage in Africa is looked at as prestige.
Yeah.
It's a privilege, and everyone in the community, for you to be married is looked at as success. And here it's not. In America, it's different because people encourage you to live your life, to just see how things are, test the waters, how they say.
But if you are married, in Africa, are the marriages successful? Like, is there a high rate of divorce like it is in the U.S.?
It's definitely high. I ain't gonna hold you.
Okay.
You guys, we're all from different parts of Africa.
Right.
So I'm not gonna speak for everybody.
Before she get into it, Miss Brooklyn, I'm glad me and you be vibing. It's funny. We be vibing when it comes to certain people, but that's why I paused before she got into it. And I want to go back to, matter of fact, I'm gonna bring her up to what she said. And I was gonna ask you, is it looked at as a success, you know what I'm saying, as a badge of honor, marriage in America? Is that played out?
It is almost completely played out, because before, people were, well, I'm married, and I would think it was the person making them feel like, well, I'm better than you because I have a husband, or I have a ring on my finger, so I'm this and I'm that. No one chose you, I was chosen. But now in 2025, it's like, okay, you're married, but your husband cheats on you. You're married, but your husband has 3 other girlfriends. So being married is not on a pedestal like it was back in the day. Like she's describing, how being married is success, and being married ain't success in 2025 anymore. It hasn't been for a long time. With the amount of cheating and divorce and all the other stuff that goes on, marriage is not on a pedestal like it's been, and that's been for a while. So for someone to walk up and say, well, my husband, people would probably laugh in their face. Like, okay, your husband, so what? You married, so what? You're married, I'm not, so what? What does that mean? That'll make you a better person. That'll make you better than me. That'll make you more successful than me. Because guess what? You can have the husband and be miserable. You can have the husband and be broke. You can have the husband and no love be between them. And now you got people who've been together for 30, 40 years, never married, but they have more love than people who are so-called married. And then this, with all the kids and stuff. So being married is definitely not on a pedestal. I'm sure there's still folks, like maybe few and far between in our more traditional areas of the United States, that say, oh no, being married is, you must be if you're not a married woman, you're a whatever. It's like, okay, but I don't think being married is put on the pedestal that it used to be on, or meant success anymore. I think we're more into, your bag, your money, your career makes you successful, not that you have a ring on your finger and that you're Mrs. somebody.
Okay.
Like, is there a high rate of divorce like it is in the U.S.?
It's definitely high. I ain't gonna hold you.
Okay.
You guys, we're all from different parts of Africa.
Right.
So I'm not gonna speak for everybody, but like, it's still high in Nigeria. The thing is that people are not legally filing. They're leaving. They're leaving separate lives.
They carry on.
The man will go and marry another woman.
I heard.
Like,
That's what I.
They're not. It's not registered, but they're not together.
Okay. Because there's strict rules. It's like if you're married, then you're married, and you cannot marry another woman because that would be bigamy. Like in the States, they can't.
That's the
run
thing.
around
Like
and do that.
different cultures allow it.
But I was going to say, even from your culture, you said that your moms, are teaching you how to be wives and how to keep a good house. In the U.S., as a little girl, you're raised that way too. Your parents are, my mom anyway, and especially coming from the South, they're teaching you how to cook.
Absolutely.
Number one, clean.
Absolutely.
Do that laundry and work. Okay. See, so it's not like, oh, when you get this husband, then you're gonna live this life of luxury. It's like, no, you're going to have this career as well, and kids, so it's all loaded. Our society puts that on you too, and looks at women like, I'm not going to say today, because right now, this is 2025, so things are changing. But I'm going to say let's say in the 60s, in the 70s, and even in the 80s, they're like, even if you went to college, well, you haven't found a prospect for a husband? Well, what are you going to do? And now, I believe women now are just like, I don't need a husband.
I just want to add to something my sister said on this end, right? You talked about status and how marriage elevates your status in Africa. It's when you're here in America, you can be single and still, you might hear commentary and it's not that deep.
Right.
The way life is in Nigeria, I'm telling you, when you enter certain rooms with a man, you can feel the difference. Your respect level is different. People listen to you more. It's still a man. It's really heavy on being a man's world. So women, a lot of the times, are looking for husbands for protection, for security, for that financial stability. It's the economy, the way the whole country is set up, that man is there to give you a softer, better life. It might not be the case behind closed doors, but outside to the public, to everybody else, you have that leader and that protection. It's just that you feel it instantly. I was just in Nigeria last year. I went for business. Nobody cared that I was a businesswoman coming there for what I was doing. Because anytime I went somewhere, they would take longer to bring my food. The difference was clear when my male friends were with me, where it was like, guy, bring that food now. 10 minutes, food is at the table. But when I'm there, I gotta wait till the waiter can, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not that when I go to Nigeria and I'm with a man, I don't even look at a bill. Like, it's different. Like
going to college, going to get a career, like being
Mm.
I'm curious, and I didn't mean to cut her off, like skip her like that, but I'm curious is like when she goes out
In
is she
Nigeria.
more is she's quiet? Yeah, in Nigeria, is she quiet? You know,
Well, no, it seemed like she's saying in Nigeria, her being a single woman of a certain age with no husband, they don't value her as much as a married woman. If a married woman walked into the same space with her husband, they would value the married woman with her husband more than it
now
would be
that
her coming in single or
I
even with
believe
a male friend.
I believe in that. Now, I truly believe in that, especially in cultures where marriage is highly respected. I totally understand that.
But what
I
she's also
heard
saying is, I'm sorry, but what she's also saying is a lot of these marriages, yes, they're married, but they're living their own lives. The men are living their own lives. The women are probably home with the kids, living a life as a single woman, even though she's married. And to pull that over to America, there are people in America who are married to people, been married to them for 30, 40 years, been with someone else for 30, 40 years, and still out there trying to play the field. So it's like, that's why I say when people say, oh, I've been with my boyfriend for 25 years. Oh yeah, but he has a wife and he's still legally married to that woman. And if something happened to him, God forbid, you're not the wife. He has a wife. So yeah, you want to glorify, well, I had him for 20 something years. He has a wife legally. That matters. You can
that
be the
does matter.
girlfriend for how many years you want to be the girlfriend for. He has a wife on paper. Like you know how you love to say on paper, and the record shows the record shows they still have a wife. So you being the girlfriend for however long don't mean jack.
Well,
So
I got this other video I was searching and I did find it, and it goes along with this. So I want to finish this out. Look like we got maybe a minute or two, and then I want to switch over to this other video, keep it on the same topic. And I think after that we're gonna wrap this up because this is just a beautiful segment on marriage culture that we really don't discuss, you really don't hear about in today's society.
Like very well-known soups in Nigeria. So I'm like, yeah, but my parents are chefs. I don't, And they're looking at me like, so I'm just like, all right. I felt that instant pressure already to prove myself. Like, okay, yes, I can be a good wife to this man, but why? Why ain't he cooking for me? Come to find out later on, he couldn't cook. And that was one of my deal breakers. I had to let him go. But, it just, for me, it's like you can feel that they want to act like, oh, it's all good, but there's still
expectations.
Yeah, can she take care of him?
Yeah.
It's annoying.
Is there anything you'd like to add to that or anything that you've experienced?
So on the African American woman side, I think we have a bad rap in America. I think people already know that if they get with a black woman that's from America, don't expect no submitting, don't expect me to be quiet. Just how I'm talking now, that's how I'm going to talk to you. Have you seen Angela Bassett in that lovely movie, Waiting to Exhale? You can expect that you will not be cheating on me after 11 years of helping you out because your car is going to blow up. No, I just really think that that's kind of been a stereotype, but there is a little truth to it. We are raised to be independent. We are raised, as she said earlier, to have a job, do all these things, and raise the kids and do that. So if that's going to be the case, I'm not putting up with no mess. So that means if you're not acting right, if you're not talking right, if something's not right, I can speak up for myself. But I think it also gives us kind of like a bad stereotype in that way. It's like, ooh, she's gonna give me some black attitude.
Thank you.
Everyone talks about black excellence, about culture, about connections.
You got anything to say about that?
I have to say, first of all, she looked jacked like she could hurt somebody. But yeah, that's true. We have been raised to be able to do everything, cook and clean and take care of the kids and do it on your own. It's like we're raising girls to already not depend on their man. And a lot of us, and I'm saying for us, like us brown girls, we are not being raised to be or know how to be soft or how to be, let a man kind of be the man. We're being raised to be prepared if he don't do right. Be prepared. It's kind of like too much prepared. We're too prepared for the man to F up. We're too prepared for the man to walk out and leave us with the kids. We're too prepared. So it's like as soon as he bat an eye, we're already ready. We already got our I's dotted and our T's crossed to handle shit if he walks out the door. I think we're a little, seems like we're too prepared for that. Like it's already assumed that that's what's going to happen. It's assumed that you're not going to have a happy marriage. You're not going to be together forever. You're not going to grow and be married 50, 60 years like our grandparents were. Prepare yourself for not having that. So it's like, why we have to prepare our girls to not have happily ever after? They're too prepared to not have happily ever after when we should be preparing them to have happily ever after. Because damn it, I'm sorry. We finally, and you know how I feel about us brown girls, we deserve happily ever after. We really do. And it's with anyone, black, white, Chinese, whatever, we deserve happily ever after.
I always hear this conversation in the streets. Well, on podcasts when it comes to this relation things, it's like a woman will listen to their man until he says things like, I don't like what you wearing. Can you go change your outfit? Then it's my body. I'ma wear what I want. But yet again, you won't.
But see, and I hear you. I hear that. But a real woman, and I'm not saying no women's ain't real. If they're in a relationship with their man and that's their man, if their man said, I don't like that outfit on you, it's not comfortable, they would consider that. If they're considerate of their man, they go, okay, he's not feeling comfortable about my outfit. Let me think about that. So it's not, they wouldn't take it as, oh, you trying to control me. You trying to tell me what to do. It goes back to what I was just saying. We're preparing. It's like we're preparing these girls for their relationship. So when their relationship fails, we're already preparing them when their relationship fails. We're not preparing them for, oh my God, you're gonna be married for so long, y'all gonna live, No, we preparing them for, so when he cheat, girl, this is what you do. Or when he ain't doing right, this is what you do. That's what we're preparing them for. We're not preparing them for, you're gonna be together forever, y'all gonna be in love, y'all gonna be happy. You're preparing them for, oh, when it ends. And speaking personally, it's like, I can't tell you how many times when me personally in my relationship, people are saying, oh, y'all sick of each other yet? Or y'all don't want to be around each other yet? Or y'all getting on each other yet? It's like, that's what y'all want. Y'all want for us to say, okay, yeah, we're getting on each other's nerves yet. Now, we don't want to beat each other. They want that. Like when you first meet somebody, they're already saying, don't tell me that y'all broken up in a week. Don't tell me. It's like they're so ready for us to say, oh yeah. It's like that's y'all ready for the end before y'all even investing in the beginning and the middle. Y'all already ready for the end. Y'all already ready for we don't go together no more. We broken up or this. They ready for the end before they even investing in the beginning or the middle.
Interesting. So
Hello.
This might get you a little amped up. I hope it does. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you're doing it because you wanted to get me amped up. But go ahead, play it. Play that beautiful beam footage. Play that beautiful beam footage.
So let's go.
They told me not to make his lunch. Oh, okay. They told me not to fold his laundry. Yeah. They told me not to pay for dates. Take me through there. Take me through there.
Okay, y'all, hear me out, okay? Hear me out real quick. There is a video trending online right now. There is a nice looking woman with a beautiful red dress on and a small Gucci purse in a restaurant flaunting a ring, right? And she's like, they told me not to make his lunch. They told me not to do his laundry. And now I got a ring.
Okay.
Not saying that there's anything negative about that, but let me think logically, because my mind instantly has no choice but to think critically, okay? So I'm thinking like, as a woman, I view myself in a high standard, right? And I personally don't understand why women, when they talk about being married or getting proposed to, is always what they're doing to show the man that they can be a wife and a good wife. Like, I cook for him, I clean for him, I wash his, like, damn it, do you wipe his ass too? Are you his fucking caregiver? Are you his mama CNA and all that shit? Like, what did he do for you? Like, okay, like, why do women never think, like, instead of wanting to be validated and chose so bad, do y'all ever sit up and think like, is this man worthy enough of me to take myself off of the market? Is he worthy enough of me to risk my life and lay down and have a child for? Is he worthy enough for me to allow him to make me his wife? You know, like, you got, think about it, right? What she's saying is only a flex if what she was doing was strategy, because
these women are cooked, bro. They're absolutely cooked. Now, I'm not a fan of the saying to take me through that. I mean, I just think it's a little ghetto, but you can't tell nobody how to celebrate, right? And instead of being happy for her, like women of yesteryear used to be, and then they would just hate on the side, or they would hate silently to their friends. Now they have social media where they can hate openly, and they can say all of the negative things and all of the trash against the woman, and basically they.
Go ahead.
Oh, it's my turn.
Go anytime. Just always.
I think the whole situation is blah. I think the first video of the woman saying, "Oh, they told me not to cook for him. They told me not to clean for him, and I got a ring." So you did nothing for your man and got a ring anyway. So then we go to the lady who's saying, "Oh, why, why do I not have to, basically what the African lady was saying, why can't this man be worthy of me as a person, of what I bring to the table?" Because remember how the African girl was saying how they expect her to go through her studies and get her degree and then be picked by the man.
Right.
Not her pick a man, the man pick her. And I think that goes to what the second lady was saying. Well, what is he doing that he deserves me? What does he deserve? Because if I know I come with the full package, education, like the African lady said, and she's not out there dating, so she, like men like to so much say bodies. She don't got a lot of bodies on her or whatever. And she has an education, so that means she made sure that she's wife material. Why can't she expect or look for husband material? I think that's what the second lady was kind of say. Why she can't expect him to be husband material? Why does she just have to be wife material? And he could have like 50 bodies on him, no job, ain't about shit. But because he picked her, that's enough. So I think that's kind of like what the second lady was saying. And then when the
So
guy started speaking, it was just like, oh God, here we go with the back and forth, the arguing with each other. All y'all can just go away, as far as I'm
so
concerned.
my question to that is, for a man to marry a woman, he at least have to he I personally have never seen a broke man get married. I understand it happens. Don't get it twisted. Like homeless couples. I totally have seen it happen. Trust me.
Mhm.
But when it comes to like a real wedding and preparing and going through the actual steps,
Mhm.
I've never seen a broke man get married.
Mm.
I don't even think that's even possible.
Mm.
But yet again, let me reiterate, I know it does happen. Don't get it twisted. I'm not
Mm.
ignorant like it doesn't happen. Like, bruh, you know what I'm saying? My girl living good, you know what I'm saying? I'm living off my girl. I that does happen. You know what I'm saying? Reality.
Mm.
But yet again, a man, a man. I don't I don't know what we're gonna call the couch potato, but for real, a man has to provide something. And yet again, if he's not married, if he's not, I mean, if he's not having a job, yes, it has to be some type of protection. She has to feel safe. I don't know too many women that get married that don't feel safe unless it's peer pressure and bully. Then okay,
Exactly.
yeah, you got peer pressure and bullied, and I get it. You should have
And that's what
been
the
a little.
African lady is saying. Is a lot of peer pressure for them to be married. It doesn't matter what the man, even the man who can have a job. He, like they said, they have men who have multiple wives. It doesn't. It's peer pressure for a lot with them. They don't care what the man's situation is. All they care about is that she's right. All they care is that she has her education and that she don't have a lot of bodies on her. Like she ain't been, like they said, she ain't been dating. She ain't been going out or nothing. She has to prepare herself to be a wife, but she's supposed to accept anything that comes to her. That's not cool.
But that's not technically true. Because yet again, when in the beginning, before that ring even became a
And I'm saying
suggestion,
in Nigeria, I'm not saying here. Here's a whole
yeah.
different banana.
But yet again, before you even do that, you have to, you know what I'm saying? You not finna, and I'm hoping, let me say this first. I'm hoping that you just not finna have this dude come up to you and say, I'm finna marry you. And be like, okay.
Well, in most African cultures, like I said, the guy just approaches the house and goes to the father, like we were saying before. I'm interested in your daughter to marry. They probably meet one or two times, and such and such wants your hand in marriage. I think he's a good enough. The father say, I think he's good enough. You're going to marry him. Some of them don't have a choice.
Okay, now in that tradition, it's more of a yes, it's a business move. Therefore,
Yeah.
no matter who the person that the father's finna let you marry is finna definitely upgrade you. Obviously, he has something going on with his family traditions
Yeah.
that would make my family a better looking family. So
Yeah.
therefore, okay, you know what I'm saying? That sounds pretty well like figured out, because yet again, before the father says no, he's going to do his due diligence and like,
research and find out who the hell this person is.
yeah, because
But
I
that
do
goes
not.
back to the girl you said. Remember, you said you was dating a girl and she didn't want you to approach her father saying, I'm interested in your daughter, da da da, because maybe she knew her father knew something about her.
I get
Where
it.
he would go, no. Or maybe the father would have said, well, you the ninth guy that been here in the last 6 months talking about I want to marry my daughter. Maybe the father would have had some input that she didn't really want out there. That's why she didn't want you approaching her father in that way. We don't know.
We don't. But we do
And then you
know.
got some fathers. Let's play the reverse role. My dad, rest in peace. Sometimes nobody's ever good enough for their daughter. It don't matter how much money you got. It don't matter how good you are. It don't matter how much she's in love with the guy. Nobody ever is good enough for their daughter. And their mamas are the same ways about their sons. Nobody's good enough for their son.
When people are like that, it's because they didn't never find nobody good in their life.
Exactly. And they want
So
to
if I
keep
couldn't
their
find
child as
nobody
their
good, my child came from.
they want to
Yeah,
keep their
that's
child as their second spouse. And I can't, I don't like that's your child. That's not your second husband or your second whatever.
that's weird. You know what
So
I'm
you're gonna
saying?
continue to put your foot in the I call it like sticking your like you trying to close the door, meaning letting the child go and be to have their life and be, with their person. You got your foot in the door so the door doesn't close completely. You constantly want that door cracked so you can always peek your face in and go, things are not going right. Wait a minute. I want to put my nose in things. You gotta take your foot out that door and let the door close. Let the door
It
close and
always
let them build their future in their life. Take your foot out the door and let that door close.
it always spooked me when when I like a girl and it feels like I'm marrying a whole entire family instead of trying to get to
Yep.
know the girl.
Yep.
And that always triggered me because it's like the mother of my child, you know what I'm saying? I had to go through that viciously of couldn't make no decisions. We
Without the
always
whole
had to go.
family.
Yeah, we always had to go check in with their side of the family. It's like we are
Mhm.
young adults, you know what I'm saying? You already got, you know what I'm saying, other kids, so therefore we need to do this, we trying to do this. I'm actually here, and that was just a big, I don't know, there's just a turn off, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just like I'm not here to like the family, I'm here to like you and
Yeah.
take care of my child. I'm not trying to take care of you, the family. I'm not
Yeah.
trying to watch a person dig in their pockets and say, "Hey,
Yeah.
I gotta go take care of it." Like that's weird to me.
Yeah. And it's listen, the reverse side of it is serious too. It's like, we're in a relationship. It's not me, you, this and that. It's not 4 people in this relationship. It's 2 people in this relationship. So
Right.
it's like, come on now. And again, let's go back to what we was originally talking about, marriage, and how important, like how the lady was saying, important marriage is like respect in the African, those African countries, and you was asking me about the United States. No, because there's always some other shit you got to deal with. Everybody, especially when it's us black people get married, it always got to be a thing. Somebody always got to put their nose in it, being nosy and wanting to know what's going on. It's like, because you don't have it, because you don't have that, you didn't have that opportunity in life to be that. So you got to make sure your whole nose is in somebody else's situation, what they trying to do. And then
Well,
it's
I don't
even
like when
worse
you
when
start
one of the people
unnecessarily
involved
blaming
it's worse when one of the people involved allow that door to be cracked. Close the door. If you want this, close the door. Don't leave the door open. Don't leave the foot in the door so people can constantly peek in and put their nose in. Close the door. But maybe they don't want the door closed. You got to think about that. They don't want the door closed. They want people to constantly have access. They
Open
don't want the
up.
door closed. They don't want the door closed. They constantly want people to have access to every fucking thing.
Well, now with social media, definitely, because I can get a paycheck. Like I got a good friend. I believe that, you know what I'm saying, in this realm, like her coming on here would have been a good topic and subjects like that. And I do remember back in the days when people wanted to talk about stuff like this, I would be like super hesitant to want to talk because I'm like, I'm not going to talk about something that I'm not good at or something that I probably gave 10% effort in, or I don't know.
Yeah.
whatever the topics or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But understanding that these topics do mean something to people. A lot of people do have to get things off their chest of expressing themselves in these corners of life. You know, I need to well, I am willing to open my door, have these discussions, you know what I'm saying, making sure that it ain't a rah people feel, bring up a little video so people have some type of explanation or something to back them up, you know what I'm saying, back up their claim and stuff like that. I think that's why these spaces like this is beautiful. It need to happen more. And yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
It's the
well,
hey, I see a different swing in culture. There's more
our culture is, it's like culture is, you can't even call it culture no more. Everything is so intertwined and mixed together. It's like nobody has their own culture. Everybody's trying to be everybody else, and nobody has their own thing. Nobody stays in their own lane. Nobody has their own nothing. All the cultures are just so mixed together. There's nobody genuine and have their own thing anymore. So everybody's trying to be everybody else, and it's a wrecking ball.
but yet again, that's what culture is somebody starting a trend that everybody gravitates to, and you move forward. You know what I'm saying? Now, what the problem that I think that you're more talking about is people that nitpick at culture and what people bring, and if people bring in the good part. Because I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna sit up here. I am not gonna sit up here and celebrate and theorize something that's negative that goes on and think that, you know what I'm saying, that it should be something. I'm gonna call a ball, I'm gonna call a strike, a ball a ball. I'm gonna call it what it is. You know what I'm saying? I think that for the culture, calling it out more, you know what I'm saying? Even though it's a lot of rah people getting into their feelings, it needs to happen. Instead of people keeping it behind closed doors and only talks amongst their table, girl, you know how, you know what I'm saying? Put it out on social media. We get to see how people really feel and express themselves, and we can move forward. It may hurt, and you may not be able to put a band-aid over the wound, but at least you got the scar to see it. I'm tired of people going around here with scars and don't even know what's on their body. Like, dang, I did not know. I did not know.
You didn't know the motherfuckers were stabbing you in the back the whole time?
No, I
What,
did
you
not
thought that was
know.
a mosquito?
Yes,
You thought
you
those
know
were
what I'm saying?
mosquito bites, not knife marks?
But see, people are walking around like that, and you personally, and not saying no names, you know a person that's walking around there that done got stabbed 2-3 times in their back, and you like, damn, you don't feel that. You want to wave them down, you want to wave the stabbing flag, but you be like, you know what, I can't, because yet again, to start a storm,
yeah,
saying I don't need to start the storm. The storm needs to start on itself. That's why I call Mother Nature.
yes,
And
you're
I
right, you're right.
understand that. And I understand and I get that. But yet again, in these spaces like this, where it's able to be expressed and it's on an internet and it's forever. So yet again, we can break it down and say, man, back in those days, can you see how the culture was? You see how divisive we was, but in the same matter, if we got on one subject and talked to one subject, we came together. But yet again, when it got to saying maybe a certain person's name or this other topic over here, we didn't agree. And I think there's nothing wrong with disagreeing with something. We need to know our neighbors.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right.
And this is, and I don't know, I got a lot of people. Well, no, I got a selective few people that I can bring on here that's gonna have the hard discussions. Some of them might get in their feelings, but understandable feelings.
But feelings are good. It's like if
Right.
something affects you and it makes you feel a certain way, that means you still have a soul, because there's a lot of soulless people out there that they have no feelings about anything. I'm sorry. I know you people don't get in your feelings, but you gotta have feelings about at least something. You can't have no feelings about nothing. You can't feel no way about nothing. You got to feel something about something. Even it could be the littlest of thing, or it could be your feelings about everything. You have to feel something. How you don't feel nothing about nothing? Like nothing on this earth. You just walking around like a zombie. You got to feel about. You got to feel something about something. You know?
Is that my boy Cookie?
Yeah, he right here. But you got to feel something about something.
What it do?
You know?
Hey,
And
next
that's
time,
what it is.
next time I need you to go in the other room. Shut the door and come in.
I was on the phone.
Yes, sir. And you can always jump in anytime. I appreciate it. But
You can all jump in, but I was on the phone talking.
hey, don't mind me. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to me. This
Man,
is
bro,
good.
look, you just because you're on a different device don't mean nothing. Just because you ain't on TikTok, you still,
What?
I'm messing with him. We still gonna talk shit.
About what?
I finna say now.
You
I
heard
ain't
what he
gonna get.
said. Don't mind him.
Oh,
Over
But
here.
I'm saying, you say don't mind you. Now I'm coming over here and I'm gonna talk your crap. What you want to talk about? What's up?
I ain't got no restrictions over here now.
I know you don't. That's why I'm saying, what's good?
One good day session, I would like to go over some body cam with you, because cop cams and stuff like that I think will be a little bit more interested in your department. Sports. Hey, can y'all do me a favor, because my son want to do reaction videos, and I'm like,
hell no.
I've been
As long as you
scrolling
ain't showing
through.
me that guy ankle turning around in a circle, I don't want to see that. Oh my God. That's all that's on my mind. His ankle. They said it was pointing in the wrong direction. No.
Yo, I didn't know. No, only thing that's for real going down in sports is all this gambling stuff. Like everybody's talking
Oh
about
yeah,
that.
you were
Like,
telling me. You were telling me on the talkity tick about everybody going to jail.
yeah. I think every time I refresh my page, every other story is about that.
I know that's too far, right?
Hold on. I'll get you in just a second. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
That's okay. Yeah, like I just pulled it up. Let me just show y'all what I'm saying. Y'all see, I just refreshed my page, and right here you see people are talking about it. That's how deep it is. This is gonna, and it's in the
Oh my
NBA.
God.
So the thing is, it started in the NBA, and everybody's already want to speculate. Is it in the NFL? Is it in Major League Baseball? Is it in hockey? You know
It
what I'm saying?
has to
Is it
be.
in
It
MMA?
has to be. It has to be. It can't just be just one sports show. Oh no, they got Charlemagne too.
No, Charlamagne. No, what's going on? And it's weird. It's weird. Is Charlemagne said some things that they're giving him grief in the culture. Tiffany Cross, who's a Democratic podcaster, she's highly represents the Democratic Party, but she doesn't like some of the things that the black man has been saying about
not the black
some of the things
man.
that have been going on. Like they just been talking about politics. You know what I'm saying? It's a politic thing. But Stephen A. Smith be getting into it. DL Hughley, Charlemagne, Joe Budden. Y'all know the rapper Joe Budden, because he was like, some of y'all bringing y'all energy over here, which if y'all see in the middle, the two girls, they got a podcast. I watch it just to hear, you know what I'm saying, what they be on. And it was weird. It's like you got these people with these different ideologies and how they think, and they put their opinions on. But yet again, you want men support, but yet you don't want men to critique what they see and how they feel about a situation.
Yeah.
Like, why do you want us to come over here if we can't say nothing? Y'all just want us to come over here and shut the hell up. And that ain't how it happened. And you really see it in sports. You know what I'm saying? Not to stay too deep into politics, you know what I'm saying? Because you really see it in the WNBA. You know, you hear I hear every day, you want the man to show up, but this is a woman's league. You think you would want women to show up and women to give more support than men because this is a woman's league. You want to show little girls a new hero, somebody on the court that's doing it big, that made it successfully to the league. I don't want to show a girl made it to the league. Now he can be a fan. I don't mind. I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm not going to discriminate. But yet again, when it comes to the hero-ness of basketball, who's your favorite superstar in the WNBA? I really do not expect to hear a boy say anybody.
Yeah.
Personally. But girls, Cheryl Swoops, Lisa Leslie, Maya Moore, Candace Parker, Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, you know what I'm saying? Just to name some girls, and I just named different generation of women of talent that has been in the league that done it. I expect. But back to the politics, it's almost in the same standards. It's like you want a man to support the women and their cause, especially if they represent a district or they're a mayor or they're a senator or they're a judge or something. But yet again, okay, yeah, we're going to support you. But if we don't like something that we hear and you're representing the people, we should be able to speak up on that too without having this woman wave of women as he should be canceled. Why is a bunch of men sitting up here listening to Stephen A. Smith? He's a sports commentator. He got $100 million contract. No matter what they say, they're going to listen to. Obviously, they've been listening to him. And when he did the Black Lives Matters movement and he was for the culture, oh, y'all should listen to Stephen A. Smith. People in the
Who
sport.
speaks like that? You don't talk like that.
These ladies over here.
That's how they voice sound?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. And I think one of them is cute. Don't get it twisted. I like.
Oh my
look.
God! There you go. Oh my Lord! Oh my Lord! Oh my Lord!
Just because I think that somebody's cute, don't mean nothing. But the things that be coming out her mouth be like, oh my God! I thought women are not allowed to body shame.
What? Why wouldn't they be allowed to do that?
Oh.
Women been calling other women ugly, sad. They do it worse than men do. Right. Women talk about other women worse than men talk about women. Are you crazy?
Believe me, I was in just down there.
Women talk about other women worse than men talk about women.
Look, I was just down there, and all them damn girls that I work with talked about either one another or talked about one of the customers up in there. She ugly. She stink. She thinks she all that. Man,
women bash other women more than men bash women. Come on now. And like they said, women, they don't dress for their men. They dress for other women to look and be like, oh,
that I don't
she
find
got this and she got that and da da da.
Well, y'all, this is the new the what they want to call the Black Joe Rogan podcast for the Black community of the Democratic Party. When you want to get your Black information about what's going on in the Black culture,
Hey,
and the
Charlamagne.
movement. And
I
stuff
remember
like
when
that.
Charlamagne was Wendy Williams DJ on WBLS. You know that's where Charlamagne came from. Charlamagne, when Wendy Williams was on the radio in New York, WBLS, Charlamagne was her DJ. He was
Okay.
Wendy Williams' DJ when she was on the radio. Not even when she became a talk show monster. When she was on the radio and she was controlling radio and she was telling us about Diddy back then, and you know the gay DJ, the gay rapper. You know when Wendy was telling us about Diddy back then, Charlemagne was her DJ on her radio show.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir. Yes,
sir.
I think Charlemagne is a highly influenced person who has a chance to, you know what I'm saying, move the culture in a direction towards greatness, for he has millions and millions of followers.
But he does tiptoe because he's been checked by many of folks that actually came up to his studio ready to, yeah. So
But,
he
okay.
goes far, but he
And
don't go as far as he would have gone in the past because he's been checked. I mean, when I'm not just saying
in that,
words, I'm talking about
but in
check.
that culture right there, in that nature, just I think let's stick on that right there. When people come up to his show and try to check Charlemagne, I'm gonna pause this so just in case. I don't think that's cool. I think majority of them lost brownie points for doing that, because only thing Charlemagne and them times just be reporting on news that
they put out themselves.
No.
Why you put? I'm just saying, why the artists put out business about them, but then when somebody else talk about them, they want to fight. You put your own information out there on the street, but when someone else talk about it, you want to then fight them.
Right.
Everything and I was having this conversation with Larry and his cousin. Was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday, and we were talking about because a situation happened at work, and you know something happened, and they was like, well, we gonna see her. It's like, it don't gotta be violent because somebody have a disagreement with you. The next step isn't we gonna fight them. Okay, anybody who's of over 15 years old, because those are kids. The next step is, I don't like what they said or I don't like what they did, so I want to fight them. That's juvenile.
I don't like to put myself in the same category as Charlemagne, but I would like to say what I relate to Charlemagne is like when I say things, and Charlemagne I seen the same thing. When I say things serious to you, y'all don't listen to me. So when Charlemagne jokingly say something to y'all, it's when y'all listen to him and y'all take him serious. It's like, why do y'all take his jokes serious? And then when he's
not
serious,
his news serious.
Right. And so therefore that's why he get his backlash. And I'm like, dang, that's how I seem like I go through the same bull crap. When I sit on her, I try to have a serious conversation with somebody, and then it's like, what? And it's like, okay, cool. Let me say this in a joking matter or put this in a scenario to maybe you can get the concept. And then it's, you like, no, I'm not really a bad person. I don't think negative. I just had to put it in a narrative to where it, you know what I'm saying, your light bulb came on. But when your light bulb came on, you chose to turn on the evil light bulb instead of like, that's what he's trying to relate to. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to make a relatable situation so I can catch on or catch up to the subject. And that's what Charlemagne do. And in this topic, this falls under D.L. Hughley. D.L. Hughley is upset that the Democratic Party is not pushing harder on Trump, and there has anybody who has taken a seat back and like, you know what? I'm tired of the rah Trump because it ain't got me nowhere. It's not putting no money in my pocket, so I'm gonna stop. D.L. Hughley like, you a sellout now. It was like, come on, bro. You can't keep pointing at everybody in your community, calling them a sellout because they don't have the same enthusiastic as you and push the same agenda. Like some people get tired, some people need a break, you know, or people have lives. And just me going everywhere just saying Trump. People can like, yo, you bro, like, there's other things going on in life. That's all you talk about is Trump, homie. Like you would think you would have a fetish. And I think that's what's going on right now, especially with the Stephen A. Smith, the Charlemagne, the D.L. Hughley's, and because of the lady up there in the corner going off on Stephen A. Smith, calling him a little dick, no senseless.
I do know what his manhood looked like.
That's what she called him. That's why I went back to the body shaming, where I'm like, it's
you don't know, if you ain't been in that man's pants and see him naked, you can't say that.
But she said it on her podcast. She body shamed him, and yet again, that started all of this right here. And where we getting up to you to why I'm sitting on her explaining it to you, because she went on her podcast. You know what I'm saying? They part of iHeartRadio, as you see on the thing. So you know what I'm saying? They got good sponsorships and stuff like that. So they got a good ear.
His panky is small.
Man.
No. Listen, my next question be like, you slept with him? That would be my next question. You hit the business. You hit Stephen A. Smith's business like that? Oh, girl.
These other two gentlemen actually cheered it on, like, yeah, girl, talk that stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Well, maybe she did have a relationship with him, and maybe she did smash.
No, she was an analyst anchor on NBC, I do believe.
But do we know if they ever smashed?
They have, because both of them has went on record saying they have never crossed paths against each other. They never seen each other. Okay, then
she can't say his wanky is small. She can't say that.
You know what I'm saying? But yet again, I promise you, she said it. It came out of her mouth, and you can't take that back. You know what I'm saying? It's on the internet forever.
Like we said, stuff you say online is on there forever. We had to have that hard conversation with a couple of people we know. They don't seem to understand what you say online, whether you want to act like you didn't say it. That video is there forever. With you saying exactly what you said you didn't say. Stop the blood clot lying.
All right, y'all. It's been an hour and a half. It's been an hour and a half. I would like to give a shout out to my Vibes community on TikTok. Please go check them out from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. Monday through Friday. The Brooklyn Vibes Community Show. It goes down. We talk about everything. The cookie, it goes down. There's also a guy on there that wears a mask. Please don't listen to him. He's very controversial.
Oh, Peter.
He's a very good guy. Go check him out, I guess.
Peaches.
Whatever.
Peaches.
Sometimes he go on strike. Oh yeah, he's on strike. So yet again.
Oh, he been bad. Well, no, he only got one more day of being bad. They're gonna free him tomorrow.
I think at 8:15 in the morning too.
Yeah, so you gonna get free. Well, he gonna be free tomorrow morning. It's all right. It's all right.
You'll be back on tomorrow.
Tomorrow morning, they gonna make him. They gonna free him.
So y'all go check that out. Please go check that out. We are back over here on YouTube. I had to get out this little funk that I was in. I had to shake it off. We're gonna continue this. More things to talk about. More reporting on these gambling.
Oh yeah.
NBA. I got to do some more research. Talking about Chauncey Billups.
All those NFL and all those sports players that's going to get arrested.
It's supposed to be 32 people, but the biggest name is like just 2 people. So again, I'm trying to get around just them 2. I want to get to the other names before I start reporting. One thing I'm gonna start doing, I want to say this live, is not just trying to just go live, just report on stuff. I really want to start waiting till I have a bunch of information out before I start reporting. So therefore, I feel like I can put together a decent show and actually have my side of, you know what I'm saying, of ideas of how I think about the matter is and where we should go forward. Always where we should go forward, not getting stuck in the same place is one of our motives over here. Burning through conversations, trying to get a good outcome out of this. This is what we do over here. I appreciate everybody coming through. Until next time, God bless.
Deuces.
Hey.